Hello, broke tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play not super broke Ankylo. We've actually got 2.5 million gold, so we're doing pretty well. Uncharted Waters 2 with me. We've got quite a lot of crew, which is nice. I'm still looking for some new characters. Better sailors, you know, we're still missing out on some certain skills. And speaking of skills, before we leave the Mediterranean to head back to Africa, or not Africa, Arabia, I'm going to try to pick up 2 more skills for our captain, Broke Ankylo. And theoretically, in Pisa and Naples, we might be able to learn some trade skills, which probably not a bad idea to have on our captain. So, I don't think we ever actually sailed up this way, yeah. We found Ragusa. I think I just forgot to ever explore this route, because Mediterranean, I assume, was just pre-explored, but it's not. Some of it is, just not all of it. Alright, Venice. I remember in Uncharted Waters 1 sailing to Venice to buy something. A lot. What did they sell in Venice? Was it like porcelain or maybe artwork or something? It was a pretty good deal. I had a good trade route here. You'd go to like Mallorca to get grain and then up to here to buy something. And then eventually Istanbul for... I think it was Istanbul for paintings or something. I don't know. It's been a long time. While we're here, let's check the bar. So, looks like no new crew. Oh, Fernan, maybe. He is a vagabond. Okay, so theoretically we could recruit Fernan. Let me try. I've got a list on the side here. I want to see. So, according to my list, Fernan Pinto is a level 12 navigator, level 12 combat, and average statted lawful character. So he's kind of a nice guy, so I might like to recruit him if I can. And yes, Kremek, I'm 95% healthy. I still have a couple coughs every now and then, but all in all, it's been much better, much better. We're still just having kind of chill streams. Nothing crazy, really, but I'm definitely not as sick as I used to be, for sure. Alright, he might say I'm not high enough level, but he might join us? Ah! I have a feeling their personal level, because you got 2 levels, battle and navigation. I bet you the sum of their levels has to be lower than your level. So he's a total of 19, if you go 7 plus 12, and we are not that high total. Yeah, we're only level 17 and 1, so maybe 18 total compared to his 19. Borderlands 3, Epic exclusive, no thanks. Maybe next year when it's not an exclusive, I'll look at it. I basically, as soon as they signed the exclusivity deal, I like blocked them from my hype meter. Once it's out of their contract, maybe I'll check, but for now, Borderlands 3, I literally paid it 0 attention, so I can't really answer any questions on it. Alright, where's... Oh, we can check the weapon shop while we're here, I guess. We do not need a sextant. For console peasants, sure, you know, I can understand that. I don't doubt that it's a good game, I just... Yeah. I hate the idea of one giant company paying a bunch of money to get an exclusivity contract for a PC, like, application platform. Like, ugh, that's just... seems real scummy. Hello, Tonic! Welcome to the stream. Oh, here we go. It looks like the Cartographer's Guild, but I'm assuming it's a different skill. May I help you? Oh. No. We've already done one of those in, somewhere in Northern Europe. Yeah, Phoenix Point, I had exactly the same reaction. I don't even know if the game's any good. I just, as soon as it became exclusive contract to Epic, I'm like, whatever, I don't care anymore. Am I playing through the game with each character? Maybe. I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to do all 6. I'm trying to keep... I'm going to do probably 2 or 3 at least, and I'm going to try to keep them mostly themed to their story, rather than, like, everyone could just be a pirate in the long run, but we're not going to do that. Oh, so we can't take jobs here. I wonder if I cannot learn the skill It said... Did I misunderstand? Maybe it's this one. I just forgot to visit the... No. We are on a royal mission to find villages. Epic has bad security. I mean, it is partially owned by giant Chinese corporations, so it's a bit sketchy. But yeah, we're playing through Pietro's story. We're at the point where we have to travel back and forth to Arabia, around Africa over and over again, which is always the most fun part of everything. Okay, hold on. Let me just double check my guide here. I thought it said Venice you could learn the skill. Accounting. Venice. What's this little star? Only available in guide and spin-off. Ah. Alright, we're not going to be able to learn accounting or negotiation. Let's get out of here. I wasted my time. Technically, we can learn celestial navigation, cartography, and gunnery via certain areas. So eventually we can learn gunnery, but we cannot learn accounting or negotiation. Never mind. I got all excited for nothing. Alright, so we're going to head back around the entire African continent. I guess I should bring something with me to sell in Arabia so I'm not totally wasting my time. Should we just bring some guns again? Guns seemed to work well last time, and we can pick up some guns pretty quick. So let's just pick up some guns in the Iberian Peninsula, and then we'll head over to Cairo, I guess, is the target specifically. Let's try to speed this up a little bit. Oh, I should, what should I do here? Transfer goods. Oh boy, my ships are a mess because I got lazy. Alright, we're just gonna clean up like half the ships for goods, so it's a little bit easier to keep track of stuff. Do a little bit of fast forwarding here to say it saves a little bit of time. We'll keep 4 ships for food and water, and then 6 ships for, oops. No. It doesn't even hardly matter, but, like, let's not throw our food and water. Well, actually, the water is free anyway. It doesn't even hardly matter, but I should have tried to save the food. Whatever. Let's just throw the stuff away. We just throw away 5,000 gold. Doesn't matter. Let's buy guns. We'll get a bit of a discount. You know, 9 gold off. Slightly discounted. So we're going to have 2 places we can buy guns. So we'll buy 3 ships worth of guns per port. Because there's only, I think, two ports that will even sell these things. So without doing a ton of micromanagement, this will be a quick way to pay for our trip, basically. Well, I say quick. A not incredibly slow way. Because we could, of course, go get some glass beads and then trade them for gold and silver and all those other fancy things. But this is relatively easy and it won't take too much longer. Yeah, everyone died from traveling around Africa back and forth. No one could complete the quest or the plot of the story because too much travel. It's just too expensive. Eventually they found out you could just sell gold from Veracruz to Northern Europe for millions of gold, and that was good enough. Alright. More guns. More guns. I wish you didn't have to renegotiate every time. That's definitely... If there's one thing the game kind of messed up, it was forcing you to renegotiate prices every time you buy it for a ship. It should just be consistent once you go into the shop. You can update once you're done shopping, basically, I think. It would be better that way. Okay. We've got a bunch of guns. We're gonna buy some supplies. We're good for 24 days. That'll take us, I don't know, about halfway around Africa. We'll buy some more food, and then we'll finish our trip. With fast forward, this won't take very long, but still. We could hit some storms, you never know. Imagine transporting an elephant. I don't think the elephants would survive the sea voyage very often. I'm sure they tried to to transport lots of live animals, and I bet you most of them died in the 1500s. Looks like maybe no storms, which is kind of nice. We'll have enough food to make it to the Cape. Why didn't anyone ever make Oregon Trail the RPG? Well, it was supposed to be an educational game, right? Isn't that how they sold it originally? So, I don't know who owns the rights to it, honestly. Will I make a DOS game? No. I may play some DOS games, but I will not make a DOS game. No. If I was going to program a game, I would probably program it in Python, because I have fun with Python. Which means someone would have to do some animations for me. Alright, resupply. Continue. We're halfway there. Make a gameplay. It depends on the game. I have Let's Played some DOS games. There aren't a ton of DOS games that I'm interested in, to be fair. It's a little bit beyond my nostalgia meter from being a kid. I mostly played Nintendo when I was a child, so I didn't really have a gaming computer very much. There were some early Commodore and MS-DOS games that I played, but not very many. The DOS version of Uncharted Waters 2. No. I'm not going to try to set that up. It's possible there's a GOG version that would make it a lot easier, but even if that exists, no. The games I'm nostalgic for were these games that I played on the Super Nintendo. And the Super Nintendo has much better music. Much better music. If the harbors had limited food and water. Yeah, it would actually be a good balance mechanic for the small ports. Because if you were bringing a huge fleet with tons of crew, you'd have to really be careful planning out your supply ports, which actually makes probably a lot more historical sense than just stopping in Timbuktu and buying 5,000 barrels of food and wine. But, you know, it would also make things a lot harder. Alright, one of these has got to be Cairo for whatever reason. This is Massawa. That's the final target. For now, we're looking for Cairo. Cairo's going to be the one right at the tip here, which should be called Suez or something instead of Cairo. Oh, man, look how close we were. We could have just walked across the forest to get here. If after Cairo they send us back to the Mediterranean, I'm going to be so angry if we have to sail all the way around again. Friggin' Staff of Poseidon. Alright, we're supposed to say we know the guy from Beirut. Hey guys, it's Cairo. They're allied with Turkey. That's great. Let's just go to the bar. Let's just get drunk. Excuse me, have you ever heard of the legend of the Staff of Poseidon? Ah, yes. There are many rumors about its fantastic history and special powers. Where is it? You said it yourself. It's only a legend. It exists in our minds. Excuse me, I was told by the fortune teller in the port of Beirut that someone here would tell me where I can find the staff. Oh, so you heard about it from my sister. The Atlanteans are in trouble, eh? See? Even in Cairo, they say eh. In a game programmed in Japan. This is a callback from an hour ago, our chat. They need the staff to reunite the people and unlock the hidden power. I'm just looking for it as a favor to a friend. A favor? For whom? I'm doing it for Joe, Portuguese noble who's trying to help the descendants of Atlantis, the people of Massawa. Oh, I see. Well, if you're friends with the people helping Massawa, then I'll trust you. The legend that's been passed down in my family for generations is that our ancestor was saved by the Atlanteans after he was found drifting at sea. The elders, knowing that only Atlanteans could use the staff and unlock its incredible power had my ancestor hide it away. Ever since that time, my family has been protecting the map that shows where the staff is hidden. But we must now bring it forth. Please, I sincerely ask for your help. Take the map, find the staff, lend the Atlanteans your strength. Alright, as long as I got the map. Here it is. Have fun. Please, you must find it. I owe my whole family, our whole lives to the Atlanteans. Alright, now we got a quest. This is way better. The quest is going to be go back to, like, Portugal or something. Alright, nobody to recruit here. Let's see. Well, let's have a look at our map, I suppose. Map of staff. Alright, so you guys got to figure out where this is. Where is that? For one, it's on the border of two biomes that are split vertically throughout the map. So it's between like a tropical zone and a not tropical zone or something like that. It's a northern coast with a bunch of archipelagios around. I don't think it's Louisiana. Florida's kind of spread out a bit wider than that in this map. I hope they wouldn't have planted the staff in America, basically. That'd be a long way away. I'm thinking it should be around India or something, but we'll see. That would be too far north for... I don't think the geography would quite line. But the thing is, we can go ask a waitress or something, right? I'm pretty sure if we pay money at the bar, we'll get some tips. I don't care about sales prices. Can someone give me a tip? Maybe these guys aren't going to help. They're just telling me about where to sell my guns. Look, I'm going to sell my guns here. Alright. You can ask the guild for coordinates. We could try that. Is there a guild even here? Or we're going to have to find one? There is. Alright, well let's sleep till morning. Because I also have a quest from the king to find a discovery. Your name BlueAnkylo. Yeah, we The main character's name was originally Pietro, but we may have changed that. Alright, that guy's not helping me. I guess while we're here, we'll check for swords. Ooh, a silk scarf. I'll take it. Okay. I mean, I've got 2.5 million gold. I can buy stuff. These guys aren't going to help us find anything. The bank's not going to help. It's possible the fortune teller might give us a tip. I don't know. I guess we should sell some guns while we're here, though. Here, have some guns. I'll sell you 2 ships of guns. You have anything to buy? Ooh, perfume art, more carpets. Now, we've been selling carpets for over 300 gold back home. If we're gonna head back to Europe, carpets are the way to go, I think. But I don't know if I'm headed back to Europe yet. We need to figure out where we're going. I'm not going to buy anything yet until I know which direction we're headed. Let's get to the evening to go to the fortune teller. Yeah, the profit margin on carpet's pretty good. The best one was literal gold, though. We can buy gold for about 500 and sell it for 1100. And that was pretty darn fun. Alright. Can you help me? Just experience. Alright, the career doesn't really change much, do you? You have a good fortune. Get famous. Alright, so the fortune teller is useless in this game. Just walk in and out of building 15 times, boom, it's night. Well, I like to think that we're just talking to everyone we meet along the way. Every single kid that walks by, we flip them a gold coin, and every woman that walks by, we give a little wink and a pickup line, and before long... Can I show the map again? You got it. Actually, let's see if there's any dialogue when we get on our ship. Sometimes they give you a little tip as you're, like, leaving. I don't think they're going to give us any tips. But yeah, I'll pull the map up in a second. Alright, let's see if we got anything. Am I double streaming? I am, in fact, multi-streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. Yes. Multi-coughing. So I think I'm going to sail around north of the Middle East and see if anything looks familiar here. My two best guesses would be somewhere along the south side of Eurasia, or sort of the Asia, like India to China area. Maybe an island. It's probably not an island in Indonesia. And then maybe between Texas and Florida, but I don't know about that one. But I think while we're here, we might as well check the coast of, well, India and all that. Oh, if it's Australia, that's gonna suck. I really hope it's not. I don't think it is, because I think the tile set would be different. Like, pay attention to, yeah, actually, that's probably the best way to plan this out, is pay attention to the trees, so you look at the tile set, and I have to figure out where the transition is. So, on the south, the trees are like palm trees, and on the north, it's, I don't know what you call those, but a different kind of trees. So, we're in the area that has the trees on the south right now. That's why I'm thinking maybe north from here. It would be flipped the other direction if we were in the south hemisphere, right? Yeah, I was thinking India, so I bet you, I think I got it. I think it's going to be north of where the trees are the way they look right now. And where will that be on our current map? Well, somewhere east of here, probably. Fair bit of food. Northeast of Japan? That's probably too far north. The transition between tile sets, I don't think is that far north, but we'll see. I need to figure out the longitude of when we get a new tile set here, because that's what we're looking for. We can figure out looking at the map, like right there. That's where the switch is, right where we are now. So it should be along a horizontal line from where we are right now, which is actually not north of us, but perhaps actually that India into Asia, East India into West, whatever you call it. That's got to be it, right? If this is the line, that's got to be it. Yeah, that'll be the transition for sure. And there's it's a southern coast with a bit of a inlet here, because we don't want to go any further north than this. The peninsula. This is the continent of India to the east, Tonic. Just a small peninsula. We'll stop for some food somewhere along here. This is Ceylon. We're at the farthest south. Maybe Vietnam. Vietnam's a bit further east, I think. Risk taking Ankylo? Nah, we're fine. So now we're in a new demographic or culture, I guess. I don't know if they'll buy guns. Oh, they buy guns for good prices down here. There you go. Have some guns. We can buy lots of cheap stuff over here. Guns are always good to sell, right? Everybody wants guns. Load up our food ships. And off we go. Everybody likes guns, yeah. Alright, so keep an eye on the tile set transition. It should be up here. I feel like I'm 90% confident this is where it's gotta be, based on the tile set. So there you go. See where the trees change color and the grass changes a little bit? This is totally gotta be it. But I'll pull up the map one more time. I mean, maybe it's not. It's possible it doesn't work. But it's something like this. This is not it. It's close though, right? The geography doesn't match, but it's got to be something like this. So we're going to keep going east along this line. And if it's not here, then it actually might be Americas. That's going to suck if you have to travel all the way across the world. Because this line with this, well, there is some South China that will line up pretty close. Korea's too far north, pretty sure. But whatever the name of the country south of China is in 1500s. It also, I think it's too far south to be on the, whatever you call that over there, the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico into Florida and Missouri and all that. I think that's a little bit too far north, I think. Thailand is south of China, then that's probably where we're going. Tibet's the island. No, Tibet's in the... Yeah, Tibet's the mountain west of China. I remember that much, at least. I was thinking of Taiwan. Yeah, it's a pretty big Florida. Sweet home Alabama. That's where we'll find it. Let's speed this travel up a little bit here. Uh-oh, I got almost stuck there. So we've all traveled through here before. This is not the first time. So I don't mind skipping through a little bit. I haven't actually explored the oceanic islands yet, so one of these days we should travel down there, visit some more villages. But for now, we're looking for treasure. Okay, that's not it, because the tile set doesn't change there. Food's okay for another week. Alright, here we go. This is it, right? Tile set. This is it, 100%. Yeah, it's right on the line for the tile set, right on the coast. And I just gotta figure out what tree it is I'm digging. This is it. We got it. It was a little bit further east than I thought, but it totally worked. Just one more continent east. Okay, so 2 squares left of the tree. Easy peasy. Let's get treasure! The Staff of Poseidon! They didn't even play a single sound effect. Lame! Where are we? Well, again, my geography's not amazing, but I'll pull open the map so you can see where we are. We're right there! Exactly at that point on the map. Just south of China, probably. It might even technically be China, I don't know. I could not tell you the land borders for Southeast Asia. I have no idea. Vietnam? If it's Vietnam, then Vietnam it is. I actually have no idea what the borders are. So I think, other than starving, we're gonna stop by Japan to buy some goods. Hey, there's Macau. So we were west of Macau. There you go. We got some level ups. A little bit west of Macau by a fair bit. But we are in a interesting sort of port area where we can get some pretty good trade goods. So we'll pick something up. Ooh, a Chinese dress. 8,000 gold. I'll take one. I've already got a silk scarf, right? Let's get a peacock fan. Oh, I have maximum items. Oh, so I picked up a bunch of bombs, right? Maybe a few more than necessary. As far as I know, you don't actually need the quadrant if you have the sextant, so let's just get rid of that. I bought it early on thinking I could have both, but you don't need both of them. Will I play the later Final Fantasies as well? I've already done Let's Plays on Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6. As far as further than that, I have always planned on doing some combination of 7, 8, 9, and 10. But probably not past 10. Alright, can I buy that amazing peacock fan now? Everyone really wants this peacock fan. But now we've got something to give to waitresses, right? Oh, never mind. Still too many items. Oh, I bet you when we got the Staff of Poseidon, it was like, it put us up to 21, and now we've got too many things. I've tried to play 12. I've tried to play 13. I can't. No. Alright, I did buy too many bombs. I was being silly when I bought all these. There's not that many storms. I've heard the remake of 12 is pretty good. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, yes. I did not really like the kiddiness of it. Final Fantasy Tactics, the original for the PlayStation, was definitely an adult strategy RPG. Or maybe not adult, but at least it was not specifically like cartoon kids. And I just didn't like the story and style of Tactics Advance. I know the gameplay and the mechanics are still solid, but I just never quite got into it the same. Okay, anyway, we got... whatever. Let's just get out of the store. I'm messing around here. Yeah, 13... I had a friend... When Final Fantasy 13 came out, I didn't have a PlayStation 3, but one of my buddies did, so we'd hang out and played a bit. At the time, he had a daughter... oh, geez, how old was she? Maybe just barely 2.5, maybe at the most. And basically, she played for us. She learned how to press the X button and forward, and she could play. She's just as good as we were. She played through the first 10 hours of the game basically while we were like talking basically. So I figure if that's how good the game is, then just make it for toddlers, you know. Not like she could read, but you don't need to read. Just watch the fancy graphics. In the English version, they gloss over the fact the book is using the souls of the dead. I mean, I get it, but because it's Game Boy Advance, it's still kind of colorful and cartoony. It's definitely a different aesthetic to Final Fantasy Tactics for PS1. Even if the story has little hints of proper, RPG storytelling the way Final Fantasy Tactics did, it's still very, very colorful, It's nice to have an autoplay person. Yeah, it didn't make me want to play the game very much, I gotta say. Alright, okay, focus. I'm getting sidetracked here. We have the Staff of Poseidon. We're in East Asia. We could do some exploration while we're over here, because I need some more discoveries to get ranks up. So I think what we'll do... oh, it's all good, guys, in chat. No worries. It's pretty late. I won't be streaming too much longer. But I think what I want to do... to end the stream, I want to return the staff to Misawa. But before we go back to Misawa, let's head up and finish kind of the east coast of Russia. And then kind of Indonesia. Maybe do a loop around Australia. And just pick up the last few villages we've missed. I'm not going to do the west coast of North America, because it's too far away. And I'm not going to try to find Hawaii or anything right now. But I'd like to finish up a little bit of exploring that we missed. Just, yeah, right into a couple dinosaurs and call it night. Yeah, exactly. We've seen what we've seen? We've seen a Pterodon and something Obteratopics or something. I don't know. Let's go to Joe in Misawa. Yeah, we'll get there. Alright, tons of money. Lots of food. Can you head to Tennisk? Curious what it looks like. North of Japan, northeast. Yep, I'm gonna head up north and just hug the coast and try to pick up any islands as we go. I think I missed Taiwan last time. No, oh, maybe I did, just south of here. Or actually, probably that island right there, nothing on it. But I missed this island, whatever it is. Hey, we found one of the villages. Like I said, I'm just trying to find the last few villages we missed. Yep. Thanks, coughing. The law system? Oh, yeah. I didn't like that much either. I think, like, once you get further into the game, you can kind of break the laws and change them all or something. But I think it takes quite a while. We discovered an exotic animal. A tree snake. Well, that's pretty boring. 3-foot snake. Great. Great village. Alright, we're out of here. I don't really want to head south right now. I just kind of got stuck looking at these cool islands. I want to head north first. We'll head this way on the way back. We've got loads of food this time around. Let's look at my map, make sure I'm not lost. Yeah, we're good. We're going to head just along the coast of China into Russia territory. I don't even know what you would have considered this territory in the 1500s, though. Certainly not Russia. Maybe just random nomads or something. Arcana. I remember playing Arcana a little bit as a kid. That's the one with the cards, right? The card system and the summons and all that, I think. Pretty tough if I remember correctly, but yeah, pretty fun. Wasn't one of my top tier Super Nintendo RPGs, but still pretty neat. Robotrek, I don't think I've played. It's hard to say because I've played a lot of random Super Nintendo games, and I certainly don't remember them all very well. So, but it doesn't. Anything on this island? Oh, I see. We're heading up into. This is going to be like a dead end here, I think. Pretty sweet unknown RPG. I have this big list of unknown sweet RPGs for the Super Nintendo. A lot of them are like Super Famicom releases that were never translated or only have fan trans. There's so many games I'd love to Let's Play one day. It's just... That's my point, is I've just got so many. I would love to get to it at one point, but I've already got a list like 500 long, so... I wouldn't be surprised if Robotrek is already on the list. I just don't recognize the name. Hey, it's starting to get snowy up here. Not a lot of villages. Damage to race laws. Oh, that sounds pretty painful, yeah. I didn't play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance long enough to really get super into the... Oh, good. We found Korf. It's just a supply port. Yeah, I didn't really get far enough into FFTA to really have a strong feeling on it or anything. But if I do play a Final Fantasy Tactics game, I will play Final Fantasy Tactics for the PS1. Or I think there's a remake for it or something on the PSP, maybe. There's also, like, Tactics Ogres games that are very similar and also very good. Also, gotta keep an eye on my food. Don't get super lazy. But those kind of games, you know, they're definitely on my list of things I'd like to get to one day. So this, North Pacific has been pretty boring. Gotta say. I'm glad I didn't explore this earlier when money was a problem, because this is dead. And we've got lots of people on lookout, so it's not that I'm just not getting close enough to villages. Alright, that's where we head into the Atlantic Ocean. Or, sorry, not the Atlantic, the Arctic Ocean. That was kind of very sad. I guess, you know, while we're here, we could go find some beavers or something. Let's restock in Nome. Yeah, that was the Russian-Alaskan split there, I bet. I mean, we're getting lots of navigation level ups, so it's not like it's a total waste, but... Technically, we're spending a lot of money in food just to find nothing. So this should be Alaska into British Columbia. And we'll probably see Vancouver Island. We'll stop by my house. Just 500 years early. This whole coastline is just a garbage mess of archipelagios and little tiny islands and stuff. Oh, this specifically is the Alaskan peninsula, I bet you. I was a little bit too far north. I recognize that straggling little arm. Good thing I bought some food, though, right? Alright, here we go. Now we're hitting British Columbia. I jumped the gun. So that's Vancouver Island. No, that's... where is it? Do we get one? This will be Vancouver Island. There we go. You can't even sail up the... I can't even get to Vancouver! You should be able to sail there. It's not even a river. It's a friggin... oh well, so much for that. What a dumb game. Who met... Like, come on, Japan. You can't even sail anywhere near the Fraser River? Like, we could sail up the Mississippi to friggin' Niagara Falls magically. We can't even find the Fraser River. It's a huge river. Denied. Well, let's stop by California. Maybe there'll be something cool in California. Brigandine for the PS1. No, I don't know that one. There's... Unfortunately, by the time the PlayStation 1 came out, I kind of got... Well, I was getting older, and I didn't have enough time to play all the RPGs in the world. We found Santa Barbara. That's great. It's just food. Nobody needs food right now. Well, I mean, I said I wasn't going to finish the American loop, but I am basically done the American loop, because once we get to Panama, we're done. We've fully explored all of the Americas. I guess we could try to sail west and somehow land in Australia? You hanging out in Santa Barbara? That's cool. So now we're down in Mexico, but we found a couple villages, so that's good. I forget the name of this little bit of land on the west there, but I know where we are, right? Alright, let's do some discovery. We actually have done very little discovering tonight. Exotic animal. Oh good, a Mexican bearded lizard. Baja, California? That sounds right. Maybe Baja. So it's just a little lizard with black and yellow bead-like scales. Its secret weapon is to produce poison. They're probably just a pest that sits all over everywhere. They just probably get in your way. Totally annoying little thing that eats all the bugs around your house or something. Alright, we didn't do this village yet, so let's check this one out. Now, we actually have fairly low crew right now, so if we get killed by monsters during this, we're actually going to have a bit of a bad time. Because we don't have a lot of spare sailors. Alright, this is going to be a difficult one. Oops, dang it! So, if you leave accidentally in the middle, it resets your friendship, which means you have to repay all the food again, which is just annoying. Let's go to 35 or so. Alright, 40 points to find a monument. Recruit the monsters, yeah. We found the Monument of the Sun. I thought we already found this already. I've been telling people about the Monument of the Sun. I feel like I've been telling waitresses about this. It's a little bit too early for California gold. Yeah, no TNT yet. There should be lots of Incan and Mayan gold, though. Basically a mountain of silver somewhere in South America, right? Well, this was an easy one. What? What? Oh no! We found the ruins of an ancient civilization, and half our crew decided, you know what? We like Mexico. We're staying here. They found a stone face. Just a bust from Tenochtitlan. And 103 people are like, you know what? I'd rather stay here than go fight the Turkish army from Atlantis. I don't understand this. Okay, this is going to be interesting. How's the crew looking? Well, they left evenly. I mean, we're only at 2/3 staffing. We're supposed to be at 30, we're at 20. I assume this is bad for overall speed and safety, but, you know, okay. It was actually, yeah, about 1/3 of our crew just left. Yeah, discovering, like, this game is, it's kind of hard to explain because I'm fairly familiar with the game. But it is actually quite hard. It's fairly easy to get killed and die. If you're in combat, you can just lose. You can just be killed in combat, and you can have your ship sunk. And clearly, you can do a discovery, and most of your crew will leave. It's fairly safe if you just play the trading game until pirates come after you, I guess. But okay, so the good news is we can sail a lot longer, and there is a city on the south side of Panama that we'll be able to recruit at. So that's how far we need to go, basically, to restock. And that's not too far. And honestly, our ships are still... We've actually got lucky wind and current here. So this should help us out a lot getting down to civilization. And yeah, just think of how long we can survive at sea with low food. Oh, good. Let's go explore another village. There you go. What's the worst that could happen? Another 100 crew decide we hate it here? The worst that could happen is you find a dinosaur and he kills you. Alright, let's speed this part up. Oops. No, 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 no. What's another 30% of your crew? We discovered a cultural artifact. A Popol Vuh, a manuscript of Mayan legends describing their philosophy, cosmology, and history. Alright, well at least nobody died or abandoned ship. Oh, there we go. We found Guatemala. We don't even have to go all the way to Panama. Yes, we're totally going to stop in Guatemala. Alright, good job, everybody, for getting level ups. Let's find some crew. Hey, sailor, you'll like our hot cocoa. I just hope you have 100 people for me to recruit. 14! Oh, no! That's not enough. This port is too small. We're gonna... Because I can only recruit once per day. No mates nearby. I did pay the 50 treat, right? Maybe if you do 2 treats, it'll help? I don't know. Alright, I hope Tales of Our Glory have incentivized the locals to join my sailing expedition. Let's go 50, 50, 50, 50, and now we'll try to recruit. Come on, more than 12. 14? We're just barely getting any recruits here. Huh. That's unfortunate. Maybe we should try the next town. Might be a little bit bigger. You know, I never ended up buying anything, like, to sell at the last town. I still have all these guns, though. Here, have some guns. Rise up against your local overlords. All you've got is fish. Well, no wonder no one wants to join my crew. All they've got to eat is fish here. Alright, we'll be fine. We have a few more crew. We can make it to, whatever the name of this port is over here. Hey, it's June 25th. That's my birthday. I mean, it's a few years early, to be fair, but... June 25th is gone. Panama, alright. I'm hoping Panama is a little bit bigger. Yeah, I didn't check the stats in the last one, but I bet you 230 here is a little bit bigger. Nobody big to recruit. I don't think multi-treating really makes any difference. There we go. We're good here. This won't take too long. Much better port for a restocking crew. Panama, where wood was just discovered. I thought it was a canal building. Alright, one more recruitment and we'll be fine. So let's just sleep the day away, and then we're back to full strength. So we got lots of new Panamese sailors. I don't even think I need 46, but we'll recruit the whole batch just in case. So I've got a few spares. Let's put them on my ship. Because, you know, and... there. Just in case some more people get killed. Gold, universal currency. I thought it was glass beads in Africa. But yeah, I know what you mean. Alright. Let's sell them some guns. Guns is the real universal currency today, actually. Like, if you think about it, we just spent, like, I don't know, a few hundred gold recruiting, like, 100 guys. Well, we can sell guns for 185 each. So we just made, let's see, 235 gold bars. So we made 70,000 gold in guns. And we've still got a ship full of guns. The true currency. Oh yeah, do you sell anything useful? Coral for not a very good price. We can get cheaper coral back in Japan if we want. Alright. I should check if my ship needs any repairs. We've been at sea for a while. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how much damage we actually took, but look at this. All of our ships were injured. Well, not all of them, but a good number. Was that from the day when I had that storm ages ago, and I had enough wood to repair some of them, and then I bought the wood, and then I forgot to repair the ships? I bet you that was the storm in Africa long, long ago. Classic. Alright, we'll check the weapon shop. Nothing we need. Alright, so, where do we go from here? That's the main question. I think we buy a whole bunch of food and water. And 55 days. Oh boy, this is where it gets scary. So, we've now explored kind of the whole coastline, right? Am I still sick? Just a little bit sick. You still hear me coughing once in a while. I could do the North Sea. I also never explored Northeast North America, Canada into the Hudson Bay. But I could do the loop. No. I need to end up in Massawa in the Middle East. So I don't want to take the route through the Arctic Ocean north of Russia right now. I think the goal would be to get to Hawaii and then Australia and wrap up Indonesia and then end up back in the Middle East. But where do you travel west from to hit Hawaii? Does anyone have the longitude and latitude? Because that's what I'm going to need, probably, to not miss it. Because I've got the tools. Sextant should do the job. Somewhere around California. I mean, that's what I would assume. But California's pretty big. So yeah, I've already been south of here. No need to go back down. Around Los Angeles, due west. Well, let's head that direction for now. And then I'll take a stab. Because this is where it gets scary. I guess we could buy some more food in Santa Barbara. How close is Santa Barbara to the same longitude as Hawaii, because we could just go west from here. Because this would be a good, if it's true, this would be a nice way to hit Hawaii relatively reliably, because there's a port, and there's no more ports until you get all the way up into like Alaska. Should be good. Alright, well, I'm definitely putting a save down. Always save your game in the 1500s before sailing due west into the Pacific Ocean. Many, many sailors and cartographers died in the Pacific Ocean. I mean, the Atlantic was scary enough. The Pacific is just nuts. You're so far away from civilization. And there's so many friendly natives on the islands that are just happy to eat you. Well, we're moving at 16 Uncharted knots. That's pretty fast. Our speed's good, but I don't know if our line's good. Oh, look at the map. I'm glad I opened the map up. My my mappers, my cartographers can see further than I can see on my screen. Oh, this looks like some islands. I almost missed it. We found, I don't know how to pronounce any of these. We found, I assume, Hawaii, right? So Santa Barbara, maybe a little bit south of Santa Barbara, at least on this map, is where you want to go. Oops. Okay, you know what? This has a dumb name. Let's just rename this correctly. We'll probably never ever come back. But, let's just fix this. Sorry, natives. You know what? Santa Barbara. Sure, you know, Barbara. It doesn't matter to me, really. Hawaii is a nice name, thanks. Sorry, natives. This is your new name. Like it or leave it. Just swim. Also, how are you speaking English in 1526? Alright, so you have to be critical. Okay. So from Hawaii, what else is there in the Pacific Ocean that's worth stopping at? I know there are tons of tiny little islands with naval bases and, like, beach resorts. But, like, I know where Australia is approximately, but is there anything between us and Indonesia, or the oceanic kind of isles over there, whatever we call them, Brunei and all that stuff, that's worth trying to find? Because we're gonna go west, but should I be trying to go south and west, or just west-west? Yeah, nobody knows. The Pacific Ocean's vast and mostly empty, so we're gonna put another save down. We found Hawaii very successfully, and now we're just gonna sail. Like, if we were playing Europa Universalis 4, our navigators would be finding all these cool islands automatically that we could be colonizing. In 1526, it's like perfect. We're just going west. I guess I should check my map every so often, because you can see the tips of islands on it, which is kind of convenient. I think what I'll do is I'll head towards the, whatever you call them, the oceanic isles, the I don't know all the names of them, where all the rubber trees are, and we'll head down to the north side of Africa from there and do a loop, and that'll probably be all we do. And because we're just sailing across the ocean, let's just speed this up. Oh good, we found Guam. Hey, that's an island with a naval base, maybe. The Philippines? Yeah, that's probably some of the islands we want, right? Guam at least has got the right name. I know where sort of Guam is, approximately. So how did they decide which island got a port? Okay, I don't think there's too much to the north. There's probably some small islands in the real world, but I bet you there's not too many. I bet you if we just go west and then follow the island chain down to Africa, or down to Australia, we'll be fine. Oh, what was this? Dang it! Random people just leaving me? I do not accept random ships just disappearing for no reason. Oh, there's an island. We got islands! I don't know where I am this time. I missed Guam. So where are we? One of the many, many islands. Yeah, I guess I checked at the fortune teller with that guy last time. He was very loyal, but I guess we should try to just ditch him or kill him or something, because he seems to keep being the one that just... No, New Zealand is way further south. There's no way that's New Zealand. I think people underestimate just how far south New Zealand is. Oh, we found Ternate. Alright. Lots of spice isles in here. I could go back up and pick Guam again, but I'm not going to bother. Let's just finish up our map, and then we will head towards Australia. Nice little dead end. Cool, cool. A village! Where is it? There we go. That's what I'm really looking for, honestly. So what are we going to find here? Maybe some cocoa plants? Maybe... I have no idea what the local mythology is. We'll probably just find some plants or something. Bananas? Is this where they grow bananas? I don't know where bananas are originally from, to be honest. It's a difficult one, whatever it is. Uh-oh! A monster attacked! 109 crew were lost! So what kind of monster have we found? Just a Komodo dragon. Komodo dragon just ate 109 crew members. A giant slow-moving lizard. Only found in secluded parts of Indonesia. 10 foot long. I don't know if it's one Komodo dragon. They come in kind of groups, right? Well, I know what island we landed on now. Time to never return ever again. How did the villagers survive on that island? I have no idea. Let's find Ternate and try to revive some of our dead men. Yeah. Not too far away. Luckily, there's a actual civilized port nearby. Also, the port of Dili. We can just go there. They don't travel together. Alright, we got some level ups. Sure, after all the crew were eaten. Great time for a level up. So how long is it going to take to restock my crew? We can probably guess it's going to take a while because it's a very low economical rating. Have you been to Banda? 2 south, 128 east. That's got to be somewhere in these islands, right? It's got nutmeg. 12 men. Oh no. Maybe I should try Ternate to see if it's a little bit more populous than this one. Ternate was just north. We found Banda. They were just talking about Banda. Look at that. Hey, did you know there's a port to the north? Also, Amboa. We find all the ports over here. Wow. 12 men do the jobs of 119. Not a lot of options right now while we're sailing. To be fair, our typical sea voyage survival rate is pretty good. It's just this one in specific has killed a lot of people. Alright, 55 men, that's better. Alright, one more day of recruitment and we'll be done. That's not too bad, right? Of course nobody is in this port. Why would I even think that we could recruit an actual mate here? Alright, let's go get some more crew. It's nice to see how quickly they repopulate. You know, every day we find like 55 new men. Have you been to Sunda? Sounds like it's pretty nearby. Alright, well, given the propensity of death, let's keep a few spares. Oops. You know, we've got 30 or 40 extras this time around. Because life is cheap, basically. While we're here, let's just have a quick look at the trade shop. I doubt there's anything I really want, but they have cheap nutmeg. 2 gold. Now, you can sell nutmeg for probably 50, 60 back in Europe, but it's not that big of a difference. Now, the coral might be worth it. Coral, I think, is worth like 300 or so. Let me double check here. Where's my list? Sorry, totally lost my trade list here. Here we go. So selling price for coral, which is something I probably want to buy. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It can sell for like 300 back home. Unfortunately, not in Arabia, which is kind of where we're headed next. Because we have to go back to Arabia to turn in the Staff of Poseidon. So it'd be nice to have something to sell there. But coral is cheap, basically, until you get back to Europe. Nutmeg, doesn't that sell for a lot? Well, let's see. If you guys want to watch while I look through my list here. Nutmeg. So we can buy it for basically free. And you can sell it for over 100 in Europe. Around 100 in most European ports. But that's as good as we get. Ginger, pepper, kind of the same thing. Actually, pepper is a bigger profit, to be fair. Pepper would be the biggest swing if we were going to sell it back in Northern Europe. 2 gold to 140, that's a pretty good deal. I guess I could buy a ship or two worth of pepper. That's not bad. The thing is, I'm heading to Arabia next, and I can buy carpets there. Carpets are worth a ton of money. So I would rather buy something around this area to sell in Arabia, and then buy carpets to sell them for even more later, if I really want to be efficient. But what sells good in Arabia is the question then, and the answer is like silk cloth or something, which we could buy if we go back to Japan when we're done. Man, this is a lot of sailing for what was going to be a quick episode. Velvet! Ooh, where do we get velvet? Can we buy that down here? Let me search for it. Velvet's in Iberia. That's not good. The only place you can buy velvet is Portugal and Seville. And I didn't even see it, so that's weird. Coral sells... No, coral sells for lots more, just not in Arabia, yeah. Like, coral is good. It's just not where we're headed, basically. That's half the problem, is if you buy something that's really valuable in one place, but then you go to the wrong place and you don't get a good selling point. If I want to hold on to it, coral's kind of a good bring back to Europe piece, but so are carpets. Did I find anything else for Arabia other than silk cloth? Art. I don't think we can buy art here. Unless we go back to China. Musk. Guns. Yeah, well, I can't buy guns unless we're back in Iberia. If we can find some cheap wood in Oceania. One ship of coral and the rest carpet. I mean, yeah, that's probably what we'll end up. We'll probably do something like that. Looks like we cannot buy wood down here. Oslo, Riga, Cayenne. Actually, if we could find Cayenne. Ah! Cayenne sells wood for 60. We can sell wood. Oh, not enough. Oh, no. Arabia for 120? Okay. We gotta find Cayenne. It's one of these weird little islands. And we can sell that in Arabia to make a small profit. And then from the 120, we can buy a whole bunch of carpet and bring the carpet back to Europe. There you go. That's the plan. Find Cayenne after we're done exploring Australia. Don't worry about pepper and nutmeg and all this junk. Cayenne for wood. And then I won't have enough, we won't have enough development in Cayenne to actually buy it or something. Anyway, let's get going. At least we have a plan, right? 28 days is lots. Oh, I should also turn that off. Don't forget blue. But what will I put in my eggnog without nutmeg? Well, we can say the crew may have picked up a couple personal bits of nutmeg while they were here. Like, it's only 2 gold. I'm sure the crew get that much money once in a while. I think in Australia, I'll lose my entire crew. Come on. Alright, where am I actually trying to go? South? This is probably the north coast of Australia. So this is our first Australian village. 500 spiders kill all your crew. Never return here. Actually, we're probably in, like, crocodile territory. Or, yeah, saltwater croc territory. So, the first time we find crocodiles is going to be great! Nile crocodiles ate a lot of people in the early game. Okay, we found a kiwi! Totally safe. Named for its cry. This is a flightless nocturnal bird with a small head and long, slender bill that has nostrils near the tip. It uses its highly developed sense of smell to find food. Totally safe. Now we know Australia is a friendly continent. Nothing bad will ever happen on Australia. I think I still have to explore this little island up here, though. Nope. Well, sort of. We lost 109 crew to a kiwi. Welcome to Australia. Yeah, look, Japan's not very good for stuff like never forget, we found Niagara Falls at the tip of the Mississippi River up north. Like, if you enter the Mississippi in the Gulf of Mexico, and then you just go due north up the Mississippi River, you hit Niagara Falls. Never forget. But, at least the map is better than it was in Uncharted Waters 1. At least we got that. Just checking these islands for villages and Cayenne. I think Cayenne is on the west side of the Indonesian islands, though. So, let's just speed this up a little bit. Alright. East Australia. Let's make sure we hit New Zealand as we get further down. New Zealand will probably have kangaroos now that Australia has kiwis, right? A purple ankylo. Wow, you guys are getting all kinds of points in the chat. One of these days I have to rejigger the actual chat bot, because I only ever just temporarily guesstimated what to put all the point values at. New Zealand will have all the spiders. Alright, east coast of Australia. What's over here? Nothing simple. Exotic animal. It didn't eat anybody. It's a koala bear. We're finding the friendly animals in the Australian region. A tree-dwelling marsupial mammal that only eats leaves of the eucalyptus tree. Koalas spend their first 6 months in their mother's pouch, feeding on pre-digested eucalyptus leaves. Is orange ankylo the highest rank? Oh no, it definitely goes up to blue ankylo. We might... Actually, a Tasmanian devil would be pretty cool if we find one of those. Aren't they, like, endangered or something? Like, farmers keep killing them? So New Zealand should be somewhere over here, shouldn't it? I feel like... I know they never put New Zealand on maps, but they have to have it in this game, right? This has got to be about right. I know it's not right off the coast of Australia. I might be lost. How much food have we got? Not a lot. Well, we've got a bit. Looks like my ability to find New Zealand is limited. I've heard that a lot of world maps don't even include New Zealand, like just the cheap ones. It's kind of... Oh, I actually almost made it. I still underestimated how far away New Zealand was, even knowing it wasn't right off the coast. Everybody underestimates New Zealand. It's not right beside Australia. You gotta go a fair ways over. Alright. What do we get over here? Mount Doom? The Shire? The Mines of Moria? Good, a supply port in Wanganui. Is that really all we get in New Zealand? Oh, I better actually... It's a very good thing there's a Wanganui here. Otherwise, we'd all starve to death. Lots of level ups. That's good. You do get a lot of extra experience for finding new areas, so... We only sell spider meat. Hey, there's a village in New Zealand. All right, we have a chance for Tasmanian devils. Or anything. Nothing. Nothing. Uh-oh, this is going to be a dangerous one, guys. We're up to 40. It's going to be the One Ring. That'd be pretty good. Now, this was all programmed long before the Lord of the Rings movies were made, so... Back in this era, New Zealand didn't have any specific ties to the Lord of the Rings lore. Alright, here we go. An exotic animal. Oh, a moa. Okay, that's lucky that we didn't all get killed by those. An ostrich-like bird incapable of flight, measuring over 10 feet in height. Massive, well-developed hind legs helped it run very fast. Great, we found modern raptors. Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't just lose our entire crew there, actually. But we've discovered a bird, and nobody died. So let's keep going. Lucky Ankylo, that's right. You gotta get lucky sometimes, right? Yeah, we got to level 60 or so. That's 12 days of feeding the natives to go find a large bird. I mean, it might not exactly be an emu, but I've heard the Australians had some amazing emu wars that they lost. And I know it's basically a meme at this point, but still. Alright, that was New Zealand. Thanks, New Zealand. You've been great. Back to Australia. Alright, another supply port. Supply port of Geelong. We don't need it. We got thousands of food. I know. 2 dudes with machine guns against a million emus that they basically couldn't even think about how to handle. I know. But it is a funny joke, right? Emu wars. Oh, another village. Do or die. What do we get? Nothing easy. Alright. Natural wonder. We found Ayers Rock. Legends say there is a humongous red monolith in the center of this continent. Yeah, we're on like the southern coast. This is like in the middle of a desert in the middle of Australia. I don't think... Basically, this would have been somebody making... Because this would have been a native that we ran into that didn't know what language we were speaking. So they would have had to draw us a stick drawing or hand mime what a rock in the middle of a desert looks like. There's no way we're telling the Europeans about this. We found a rock. We found a story about a rock in a desert on a continent in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, no. That's silly. No one has an iPhone. We can't just take a picture of it. Another village. Australia has all the villages. How come they never gave me any North American West Coast villages? I could have had, like, beavers and stuff. Instead, there's, like, 10 villages in Australia. Alright. Level 10. Level 20. Level 30. Here we go. Another animal. Whoa, frilled lizard! A lizard with an umbrella-like frill rises up and opens the frill to intimidate enemies, and then runs away on its rear legs. Well, we're finding all the very tame monster animals down here. We have not seen one extremely poisonous or man-eating crocodile. No jellyfish, no sharks, no giant spiders, scorpions, snakes. In this world, Australia is very tame. No Jurassic Park. New Zealand always looks closer on the maps. Yeah. It's because I think they shrink the size of the Pacific Ocean. Because the Pacific Ocean is like way bigger than any other continent. Like, it's just ridiculously huge. Nope. Okay. Now that we're on the north coast, though, crocodiles, beware of crocs. I mean, I don't really know very well Australian geography, but I thought the north coast section was the deadly crocodile area into the swamplands, right? Alright, we found an exotic animal, and we didn't get eaten because it was a kangaroo. We just had a boxing match. Its long fat tail, we called it fat, and powerful hind legs help the animal hip-hop along. The newly born infant, still small and pinkish, crawl into the pouch of the mother's belly and remain there during infancy. Alright. I mean, I'd rather run into a kangaroo than a saltwater croc, so I'll take it. And that might be it for Australia. I'm not sure. There's just a little bit of land left to explore. The port of Levesque. The south as well? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know. Hey, I was right. It's fine. I'm really halfway guessing half the time. Sometimes I just barely remember a news story I had long ago. Alright, so that's all of Australia. We just went by some of the little islands. Now we head west and eventually back to Malacca. Or Massawa, not Malacca. We might go by Malacca, but we're heading to Massawa. And I'm going to try to find Cayenne along the way, which I hope is on one of these islands. Well, we got another village. That's not bad. What kind of, like, now that we've safely explored all of Australia and had nothing bad happen, now what do we find up here? This is where we get killed, right? We're being attacked by a monster! 113 members were eaten! By some pythons. Okay, well, a 33-foot python in the jungle, that's pretty big. Constricting and suffocating animals swallowed whole. 113 sailors were swallowed whole by a python. Man, I should add that to the chat game. That's a little bit much. Alright, now, do I head east to go back to a town? No, I think we go west and try to hit that port at the north end of the island. We did lose a lot of crew, but... Oh, there's Sunda. It's on the wrong side. Oh, another village. Uh-oh. Let's play dangerous games. I know we've already lost a lot of crew, but let's try again. And then we'll go to Sunda to recruit some new people. You know, you'd think the villagers could have warned us about the giant man-eating snake that was 33 feet long. Alright, the ruins of an ancient civilization. We found Borobudur. I've never heard of this one before. The ruins of a major Buddhist monument consist of 8 diminishing tiers of terraces connected by stairways. The walls of the corridors are lined with intricately carved relief sculptures. Well, that sounds cool. I've never heard of it, but hey man, go to Borobudur. Alright, we're just gonna stop by in Sunda, get some level ups. Your crew were attacked by... Yeah, we should be attacked by spear-wielding natives at some point, to be honest. I'll definitely give you that. Seeing you getting eaten is their entertainment? Pretty much. Thanks for the food. By the way, there's some gold in that swamp over there. Just go swim around for a while. Only 16 men. That's unfortunate. So on the plus side, all those extra men we recruited last time gave us a little bit of a buffers for the death. This is actually a fairly large port. There's more buildings here than I originally expected. Let's see what they sell in Sunda. Pepper and ginger. Lots of places for this pepper and ginger. Not what I'm looking for. I want, what was I gonna buy? Does anyone remember what I said I'd buy and sell in Arabia? It's been like 5 minutes, I forgot. I heard a good navigator was at the bar. It's one of your guys. Carpet? Carpet is what we're buying in Arabia. There's something we're gonna sell in Arabia that we were gonna buy at Cayenne, but I forget what it was. I don't think it was ginger. Cheyenne. It was just gonna be Cheyenne peppers. I call it cayenne. I don't know if it's... I don't think there's a ch. Unfortunately, we can only get 16 men per day. It's a little bit low. Saffron, that'd be cool. No, I don't think there's any saffron in this game. I can figure it out if I look at my chart, but I'm just trying to remember. Ginger, no, they sell ginger all over the place. I think it's a specialty good. Is there any other ports nearby where we might get more luck? Oh yeah, we can go along the north. There's a bunch of ports up here. Hopefully one of these is a little bit bigger. Bangkok. Pretty small. We gotta recuperate from all those eaten sailors. Ginger? Maybe. Once we find cayenne, we'll know for sure, because it'll be the local specialty, right? Assuming I can find cayenne. It's okay, it's pretty late. I'm streaming later than I should probably at this point, because I'm committed to making it back to Masawa to turn in this Staff of Atlantis. Classic staying up late Ankylo. It was wood. Oh, that's a pretty good deal. Alright, well, we will try to remember to buy wood in Cayenne. Hopefully my sort of list walkthrough thing doesn't lie to me about that. Malacca. No, see, we sailed by Malacca to get to Masawa. This port's a little bit bigger, though, so this will be where we get our crew filled up pretty easily. They even have a waitress if you want to go flirt. There we go. 30 is, like, you know, a little bit more efficient. And we'll keep the extras just in case we run into something else that eats everyone. But we might be done. We might be done our exploration. Like, there might not be any villages left at this point. It's possible we've already seen them all. I don't suppose you sell wood here, for instance. If I could find a trade shop, which is, of course, right below me. Cinnamon for 3 gold. That's pretty cool. Right, coral was only to Europe. Cinnamon, I'm going to look up the cinnamon prices, because cinnamon sounds amazing. You can sell cinnamon for 150 in Ottoman areas, but that's unfortunately not connected to Arabian areas. You have to go all the way to the Mediterranean, which is a long way away. It's probably wood. I just need to find cayenne and we'll be fine. That's all I need to know. Alright, so now that we've got our crew, I'm just gonna look up where cayenne is on the actual world. Assuming it's still named that. Apparently when you search cayenne, you find out that there's a Porsche called the Cayenne. Cayenne Island, there we go. Where is this? Also known as the Devil's Island. That sounds promising. Where is the Devil's Island? Oh, good. Totally wrong continent. You want to know where Cayenne is? It's, north coast of, South America. But then how does that work? They told me... That can't be right. That can't be right. Because... No, wait. There's no way. Cayenne sells wood. Maybe it was just... I thought... Okay, that was probably my mistake. Okay, my plan to sell wood in... it was wrong. That was a bad idea. It was just my idea. I just read Cayenne and thought, oh, that's probably one of these spice islands. Apparently it's not. Okay, so... If we're gonna buy something in this area to sell in Arabia, what will it be? The wood was a good idea, but it's not gonna work. So we need something in this column that's worth a bit of money that we can buy in basically Oceania or Eastern Asia, maybe India. Any of these three we could buy in pretty easily and sell over here, assuming it's available, like, you know, this kind of stuff. And the bigger the profit margin, the larger the number, the better. So tea. There you go. Why don't we just do tea? We can go find somewhere that sells tea and bam, sell it in Arabia for 90. Is there anything that's even worth more than tea? Silk. But we can't buy silk for as cheap, probably. Well, it's hard to say. If you look at the prices, like the buying prices, tea is going to be around 20. Silk is going to be... Probably skimmed right over it. Twice. 3 times. Where's the silk? Silk to Arabia for 100. Art? I don't think we're going to be able to buy art down here is the problem. So we can find silk cloth specialty in Pisa, which is not good. Zaiton. I know where Zaiton is. We'd have to go north a little bit, but we can get pure silk for 20 gold or pure cloth for 15 if we go to Sakai. I think the cloth is worth a little bit more, but we'll check the prices in Arabia. So we're looking at this line. Silk cloth for 100, or silk for 100, silk cloth for 110. So porcelain and arms are not bad, but you can't buy arms anywhere except Portugal. And porcelain, same. Like, even if they are good prices here, you can't actually buy them. This is just the selling price. You can only buy certain things in Oceania and... but I think we'll do silk. Silk sounds fun, right? So, Arabia likes their silk. That's fine. 110 for silk cloth, 100 for silk. If we look at the purchase prices, or the sales prices, that is to say, it's actually not a regular good. It's only a specialty. That's why it's not in the second list. So you got to remember the city names. Silk cloth in Chang'an for 20, or Sakai for 15. So that's the cheapest, basically. That's the biggest profit. So let's try to find Sakai. I should be able to find it, and we'll just do that. I don't want to waste too much more time. We're already like super overboard. This should be an a Far East. And we're looking for Sakai. So it's the Eastern Japan port. So we'll just head up there. Shouldn't take too long. I'll put a save down just in case something terrible happens, but with super speed, it's no big deal. 600 food, no big deal. Is that it? No. Oh, come on. This is why we got all those bombs. No, we're gonna deliver that staff. Don't worry. We're just gonna go shopping first in Sakai. And then we're gonna deliver that staff. We're just sailing around the entire world for 3 years before we turn the staff in. Oh, sorry guys, yeah, I forgot that. We had a storm. All you missed was a storm as I sailed to Sakai. Sorry about that. Sorry guys. Like I said, it's late. I'm trying to go a little quick and I'll make a couple mistakes. Alright, we're in Sakai. And I need to maneuver some cargo around. Oh, we actually still have guns. Nice. Alright, so what I want to do is consolidate food ships and water ships, because the purchase price works better in bulk rather than small orders across lots of ships. So we're going to try to do this fairly quick. And we'll hold on to the lumber. That's totally fine. Alright, so the welfare ship, we'll just move all the water over. And the ball pit ship, we'll move the food over. We'll resupply once we're done here. Good. Cargo, easy. Yeah, this has gone on a little bit too long. Should have ended it a while ago. But I'm having fun. Alright. Sell guns. Unfortunately, and this is kind of sucky, in Uncharted Waters 1, the Eastern Asian culture group, they loved your guns. They bought your guns for so much money. But now in Uncharted Waters 2, they actually don't even pay very well for them. So this is kind of a waste of money. I guess maybe this is whatever time period where they like banned guns or something, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're just going to sell them to make space and make a little bit of money. It doesn't really matter. It also lowers the price of the silk cloth a tiny amount. Art, this is a great deal for art, but art is also cheap in Arabia, so this is not what we want. Alright, we can't lower the price anymore. Let's just buy all the cloth. Still can't lower it below 19. Can we get... Nope. Man, my bargaining skills are terrible. I don't know why sometimes they refuse to barter at all. It's because we're in Japan. They don't like us. We don't speak the language well enough. Porcelain sells for 200. Was that on my chart? That would be probably better than silk even. Hold on. Maybe you got me there. I wasn't expecting porcelain to be so cheap here. Porcelain, where are you? It sells for 200 in India, not Arabia. So we could sell porcelain on the way to Arabia. Sure, we'll buy at least one ship of porcelain. It's on the way, so that's fine. And I've got a couple ships left, so... They ran out of silk cloth! Hey guys, you were asking hours ago what happens, how do they have 1,000,000 beads? Apparently they do have a maximum you can buy. That's actually really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. They really do not negotiate here. Jerks. Let's buy 2 ships of porcelain. It seems pretty cheap. I know he says expensive, but honestly, 39 per porcelain is pretty cheap compared to most towns. Alright. Thanks, Japan. Load up as much as we can. 15 days with 3 ships. Now that we're loaded up with cargo, it's, you know, we can't sail quite as far because we don't have as much food just piled up in the cargo. So India, sell porcelain. I don't know if there's anything we're going to want to buy in India that we can sell in Arabia. They're pretty close together. But we'll see a port down here pretty quick. A little bit further to Arabia, there to India. This is all Oceania, technically. Just gonna buy some food while we're here. FF9 or Time Spinner? I'd probably go with FF9. Don't worry, we'll get to Joe one of these days. Alright, stocked up. Now we're heading to India, so west. Trying to save a little bit of time. Alright. Ceylon. Totally Indian. There you go. Allied with Portugal. Am I sure? I never really played Time Spinner, so I don't know much about it. But I like Final Fantasy IX. I think it's pretty good. Alright. Welcome to Ceylon. Home of robots. There you go. We bought this stuff for like 60 or so. Good deal. We could buy some cheap cinnamon. Was Time Spinner Metroidvania? I don't even know. Could buy some tea. Tea's worth a lot. That's the one I was gonna buy actually earlier to trade in. Oh, what's going on? Steam, get out of here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Grotham. I appreciate that. Steam popped it up, of course, right in the middle of my screen and interrupted the game. It's a good thing it didn't crash my game. Thanks, Steam. Buy some tea. Put it on this ship. Sell the rest of the porcelain. And then buy one more ship of tea. I mean, we could try to negotiate. These guys don't like to negotiate. I guess you only can bargain back in Europe. I don't know why. Alright, there we go. 2 ships of tea, a bunch of ships of silk cloth. It should make us some money. It's no big deal. Let's keep a rolling. We've done so much exploring the last hour. I had to make a little bit of money here before we go back home. Alright, all we're doing right now is going to Misawa. I may have gone too far south. Hold on. In my rush to continue, I skipped Arabia. Okay, that was Aiden. This is Misawa, right? Alright, guys. Plot. It's time for some plot. I'm so glad I'm not an English teacher. I'm just glad I'm not a teacher. Whew. Alright, so I guess first things first, let's sell some expensive goods. Joe is in the cafe. Thanks, that's helpful. See, we bought the tea for 20, we sold the tea for 90. Great deal. And a little bit less. And we bought the silk cloth. Actually, the silk cloth was a great upgrade. We bought this stuff for like 10 to 20. So that really was a good trade. We could make some good roots over here if we wanted. Unfortunately, this town doesn't sell the carpet, so I should have actually held on to those goods and sold the carpet somewhere we could buy... sold the tea and the silk somewhere we could buy carpet. Was the porcelain decent? We only had silk cloth and tea. We sold the we sold the porcelain in India for like 200, and then we bought tea for like 20 and sold it here for another 100. So we're making money all over the place. Just so much money. Hey, story time. Joe, we found the staff. Really? Oh, I can't thank you enough. Ah, yeah, a reward. Is there anything you want? Just name it. Have you ever heard of the land of gold, El Dorado? My real quest? No, I've never heard of it, but if I learn anything, I'll let you know. Thanks, kid. Wow, I sure hope you enjoyed that story, because that's all you get. All that work to give this kid a staff, and then that's it. Game over. Our finale, I think, will be finding El Dorado. So, one of these days, we will have El Dorado and the City of Gold, and we will be rich! But that day is not today. We'll be able to sail long enough. I just need to get somewhere to sell off my... the rest of my, whatever we're calling it. Going to Cairo, because we're here. And I know we can buy cheap carpets here. At night. Everything is more complicated when the Turkish guards are involved. Look, seriously, I need somewhere we can stop to buy food and also sell off our silk cloth. Like, you guys love silk cloth here. Why would you block a merchant vessel from docking? Look how much they love this stuff. They pay through the roof for it. Alright, and then the other reason we came here was to buy cheap carpets. We could buy relatively cheap art. We could sell the art for like 400 in Europe, but we can sell the carpet for like 300, 350. So it's a better markup, basically. There we go. At least we're haggling a little bit now. Alright, so we're going to sell cloth and buy carpet. And when we get back to Europe, this will be a ton of money. And, you know, we'll have another 1,000,000 gold or something out of it. And at this point, we're sort of free to do whatever we want. Because, the next story quest is probably locked behind some time. Like, we'll have to go back to Lisbon, talk to the Duchess or something, and, you know, she'll send us off to find her kid again at some point. Alright, we have one more load of cloth. It kind of losing its price. Value keeps going down. What am I saving for? Well, if we ever want to make a bigger fleet with bigger ships, it is really expensive. Like, I know 2 million, 3 million gold. 1 gold bar is 10,000 gold. It seems like I'm always worrying about money, but really, looks like you got your haggling skills. Yeah, it's like India and Japan hate haggling. I don't know why. You got to be in like a modern area to actually do you got to be like a civilized land to accept haggles. Oops. Alright, we're going to go 6 ships of goods, and then the rest can just have food and water. I'm not going to worry about every single ship. Yeah, we've got nearly 3 million, nearly 3 million gold, basically. If you look at our overall value here. Level 19, on our way to level 20, pretty awesome. But yeah, 239 gold bars is 2.3 million. The value of our trade goods, once we get back to Europe, should put us over 3 million. And I know that sounds like a ridiculous amount of money, and it is a ton. But just so you guys understand, like if I look up, let me see here. Oh, and also future tubers. We're gonna end the episode here, and I'm just gonna. You're not gonna miss anything special. It's gonna be the end of the stream. Like this is pretty much the end game here for today. End of stream coming up shortly. Future tubers, thanks for watching. I will see you next time as we sail back to Europe and do whatever we do.